is up, everybody? Resale Renegade here, ResaleRenegade.com. Check out the link in the description below. Links to the website. Lots of cool stuff there. Can't leave out my tagline. What is up, guys? It is January, and this is my first video of the year. I know it's a little bit late, but I have been pretty busy. All my inventory is done. All my sales tax stuff is done. All my crap is done, and January is a pretty slow month. So, I'm gonna start making some videos. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here, first of all, and I haven't been on YouTube for about 3 months, something like that, other than just random little 5-minute little snippets. So I haven't had a chance to respond to anyone's comments. I'm really sorry about that. But when I looked at my channel, I did notice that I have like 1,500 subscribers more than I had last time. So welcome, and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed and you're watching this video, take a chance to do so. I believe it's over here. Might be over here, might be there. I don't know where it's at, but it's somewhere on the screen. So click that button, and you'll get future videos. Anyway, so today for the topic of the video, I wanted to talk about 3 things that I learned in 2013 that I'm going to apply to this year. It's going to make a huge difference in my business. And it really made a huge difference in my 2013 business, to be quite honest. For those of you that follow the channel, you'll notice that I pretty much stopped posting videos in July, or like the last day of July was like my last video. I didn't post videos August or anything until I took my trip. And part of the reason for that was because I restructured my business in a major way. And it's a lot of that has to do with these lessons that I learned. A lot of it was going back to the old way of doing things because I'd started doing things incorrectly. Basically just a bunch of stuff that is too long to talk about in a video. So 3 things that I learned this year. First was how to manage my time more effectively. And the way that I did that was I actually took a Google Calendar and I set up a Google Calendar with a daily routine. In 2013, I'd wake up, you know, most of the time whenever the kid would wake up, and we'd do our thing, and then I'd go, and I wouldn't really know what I was doing. I wouldn't really know what I was doing for the day as a definition, you know, like I wouldn't say today's my shop day, today's my list day, you know, whatever. I would have a list of items that I had to get done that day, and I would go about trying to do them, and most of the time at the end of the day I would get like 3 or 4 things done, and the rest of the things would get pushed to the next day. Consequently, by about the middle of the year, I had a to-do list about 300 items long because I would never back it off, and I always have new ideas and new things that I'm doing, and it just wasn't working. So I started with a Google Calendar that literally laid out every single thing that I did that day, from breakfast to, okay, it's time to take a shower, you clean for 20 minutes, now it's time to list stuff, now it's time to pack FBA, now it's time to list eBay stuff, now it's time to, everything was scheduled out. And when the timer went off and my message alerted me to say, hey, it's time to do something different, I stopped doing that and I did something different. And what that did for me is it furthered me on all the levels that I was trying to accomplish, even just incrementally, just very small movements on all levels. So I didn't end up backed up on eBay stuff, because a lot of times what I would do, because I was selling on FBA, or I am selling still on FBA, I'd be selling on FBA, I'd get something packed up, and I'd do that, and then I'd start doing more listings for FBA because it's so much easier. And then my eBay listings would just pile up, and I'd end up with like 5 storage units, and a garage full of crap, and an office full of crap, and I mean, it was just horrible, because I didn't want to do that. So what I started doing was 15 minutes, I would list X number of items, however many I could get done in 15 minutes. And then maybe an hour, I would pack up all those items, or at least arrange them into shipments. And then the next hour I would do eBay listings only, and then the next hour I would do this, that, the other thing. And I had it all scheduled out. And it really made a huge difference in my business. But the big difference didn't come until I learned to, this is number 2 by the way, separate my time from the money that I earned. And by that I mean, for instance, eBay is a huge part of this. And for those of you that don't know, I stopped selling on eBay entirely in August. I've not listed one thing on eBay since August. And I've made more money every single month since then. And the reason for that is eBay requires you to be present or hire somebody. There is a caveat to that. eBay requires that you be present to make money. So when I was in the Bahamas, I wasn't making money on eBay. I couldn't have been making money on eBay because I wasn't there to ship my stuff. I wasn't there to answer buyer questions. I wasn't there to do any of that stuff because I don't have an employee to do it for me. And all of the employees that I've tried to hire are just unreliable, crazy in a job market like this that you can't find somebody that wants to work. So I cut eBay out entirely and I focused on mechanisms that allowed me to be away but to have the machine still run. And one of those mechanisms is Amazon FBA. And what I did is I pretty much took everything that I was going to sell on eBay and looked at it and said, can I sell you on Amazon FBA? And if I could, I'd sell it on Amazon FBA, regardless of whether or not I could squeeze out an extra $2 on eBay. And then I took all the stuff that was eBay stuff and I stuffed it in a storage locker and forgot about it. Yeah, well, a couple storage lockers. And then later on, I decided to liquidate that stuff. So I've been putting it into lots and stuff like that, and that's what I'm actually going to be working on, is liquidating all of my eBay stuff. Now, that comes at a price in that I am putting all of my eggs in one basket, and that's not necessarily a great thing. And I have a plan to change that, because I'm not actually putting all my eggs in one basket. I sell on Etsy as well, and I will be selling on eBay again. I'm just not going to be doing it the same way. And that's actually number 3. I changed the products that I buy. I no longer pick. I've been to Goodwill 3 times, maybe 4 times since August. Ironically, I'm going to Goodwill right now. But I don't hit the thrift stores anymore because the merchandise that I find there is one-off items, and it requires me to be present to list the items. And for like my Amazon account, I really don't have that many listings on my Amazon account because of the way that I buy. And so I don't have a bunch of one quantity under all my listings. Most of my quantities are in the 10, 15, 20 range, and that's because I like to list something one time and then have it sell over and over and over and over again. And that's one of the big things that I learned in 2013, is to create rules that allowed me to buy products that I could work for one time and realize a benefit over the course of X period of time. Nothing lasts forever. You can't just buy one product in a million quantity and sell it. Well, I mean, I guess maybe there might be some gold product out there that you can do that with, but chances are not good that you're going to find that. But I tend to buy in quantity now rather than buy one-off items, and that changes how I buy because I can't find quantity very often at Goodwill and other thrift stores. So I've changed my buying habits tremendously and mostly do wholesale and do a lot of retail arbitrage and do like a lot of that kind of stuff because it allows me to separate myself from the machine. Which leads me to, what are we at, number 4? Something like that. Number 4 is to let go of my control issues. This was probably the hardest thing for me to learn, and that is to just let the business be its own entity and let go of the control issues and let it become what it's going to become. And it sounds all frou-frou, whatever, but honestly, that is what you have to do. Because let's rewind to like 2012. I wanted control of every single aspect of every single thing that I was doing. I wanted to know that my orders were being shipped with a thank you note inside. I wanted to know that everything was like exactly how I wanted it. And it was great, and I had good reviews, and I mean, I have 100% positive feedback on all of my eBay channels, and my Amazon account is at like 99% because it's impossible to maintain 100% on Amazon. But the consequence was that it was sucking the life out of me. It was sucking the time out of me. I only have so many hours in a day, and I couldn't do it. So when I just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to relinquish control here. We'll bring it back to Amazon FBA. And I'm going to send off some products to Amazon FBA here. or I'm going to arrange with this guy, you know, this distributor or this wholesaler to drop ship these items for me, and I'm going to trust them to just do it right and get it done. I lifted a huge amount of stress off myself, and the business has done so much better without me interrupting it, because I was the bottleneck to my business. And so by stepping away and managing the machine, I have made significantly more money, and I've been significantly less stressed. And that's probably one of the most important things that I learned in 2013, is to just relinquish control, let it go, make sure it's running right, but you don't have to micromanage every single process in your business. If you can find a reliable way to get something done that you normally do, and you don't have to do it, do a cost-benefit analysis on it and figure out whether or not it would be better to just outsource. Because it's, I mean, way better. Anyway, so I hope that you found some good information in that video, or maybe you just like to listen to me talk. Either way, I appreciate you watching. If you would, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe. I always like it when you guys comment. I'm going to try and get back to you guys on the comment thing. I used to actually respond to every single comment on YouTube, but then YouTube went and screwed everything all up. And so I'm still trying to figure out, they actually created two accounts for my channel, so now I don't know which one to use to reply. It's a pain. Either way, comment in the comment section below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. So thanks. I'll see you guys next time. Side note, we're right by Dick Burns thrift shop. It's right there. Hi, Dick Burns.